y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Diddy, baby, that solitary confinement must have you going insane in the membrane. Okay, if you guys don't know, Diddy was granted his third bite at the apple, his third bail request. People are saying they think the bail request is going to be denied. Okay, y'all could have guessed that, right? However, Diddy's has now revealed what his strategy is. He was granted a new bail trial and without having to go up to the appellate court, it's back down in front of the judge. And on top of that, he got a date, which is, I believe, November 21st or 22nd. Don't worry, I'm going to be covering it. I might F around and be on the courthouse. If y'all hear about the baby oil bandits jumping on somebody with boho braids, it was me. But no, right? Screaming. If y'all hear, there was a girl with boho braids screaming, "No Diddy," and the baby oil bandits, aka Diddy's children, were jumping on. It was me. And just know, yes, I am suing. And just know, yes, I will be paid. Hell, Ray J got whack 100. He's going to have whack a lawsuit. Anyway, listen. But all jokes aside, let's get into this. So that's what you guys can guess. But this is the crazy part about it. Diddy is insane. Do you know that he is still focused and harping on Cassie? Cassie needs to get a restraining order against Diddy at this point because the way he is harping on Cassie, the way he says that the reason why he's going to get bail is because he has proof that the relationship was consensual. Diddy, what proof do you have? Did Cassie send you a text message saying, I love the way you kicked me down the hall? And listen, no, I'm not trying to make light of what Cassie did. I mean, dead seriously. Where's the proof of a consensual relationship? Do you not know that this isn't going to be a blog? This isn't going to be Kalina. This ain't going to be somebody you can pay off. How are you going to prove this is consensual? Because this is what I don't think people get. This is what I don't think Kalina gets. Because Kalina's like, oh my God, like I wasn't coerced, I wasn't intimidated. Yes. Coercion can be good or bad. You can give people something they want, like money, or something that they don't want, right? But my whole point in saying this is, Diddy, just because you might have a text message and I love you. Don't worry, baby, it's me and you. Does not mean it's consensual. If you do something that by definition is illegal, it does not matter if the person consented or not. It's illegal, right? If you murk someone and then you go in front of the judge and you're like, I shouldn't be found guilty because they said right here I could murk them on the 12th of November. The judge is going to look at you and say, somebody cannot sign away their life to be murked. You go into jail. I don't care if you got a permission slip to literally do the purge on 12 people. It is illegal to take someone's life, whether they consented or not. You are going to jail. And I don't think Diddy gets that. But more importantly, the way that Diddy is 100% harping on Cassie, he is citing evidence that the criminal accusations were part of a consensual relationship. He keeps coming up with this consensual relationship. Diddy, have you ever watched Hustle and Flow? It's kind of hard out there for a pimp. That movie was wild, but I feel like Diddy watched it and he said, "That's the type of that's the type of thing I want." He up in the background in the booth talking about some whoop that trick, whoop that trick. Hustle and Flow. Don't get me wrong, Terrence Howard and Entourage and Alicia, everybody did a great job in the movie, but that whole script was wild, right? Remember when 3 6 Mafia was performing I Gotta Say Hi, I think for like the Oscars or the Grammys. Anyway, oh, what a time to be alive. They said Diddy is currently behind bail, but his attorney filed a new motion requesting bail for the jailed music mogul, claiming that new evidence would allow him to be released in advance of his trial. Um, so they called oh, by the way, the prosecutors have till November 15th to literally clap back. And if we know anything about those prosecutors, baby, they are literally making the clap back right now. They said, so Diddy's lawyer said the claim is thin. They cite a March 2016 video referencing the initial indictment against the Bad Boy Records founder, which appeared to show him blah, 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 blah. He said, The video is not evidence of a coerced freak off, but rather a minutes long glimpse into a complex but decade long consensual relationship between Diddy and Cassie. The indictment centers around alleged freak offs, which prosecutors claim were highly orchestrated SMEX performances organized by Diddy, in which women were forced or coerced into participating with male blank workers. Um, Listen, Diddy is doing all this stuff. Listen, he's doing everything he can. He even submitted new evidence that the witness tampering should actually be thrown out because he found a case of another alleged sex trafficker. Isn't that wild? Diddy has to of another alleged sex trafficker that literally tried to also witness tamper, but he's only out on a $10 million. He has a $10 million bond, and he's on bail. So Diddy is like, I'm an alleged sex trafficker, and how come I can't go out on bail? They witness tampered too. Yo, let's see if it works. Diddy is saying that he found one thing. I don't think that one person uh being out on bail for the same thing you did is enough to say, because I am sure when we get to the facts of those case, the facts of the case are completely different. But getting back into this Diddy stuff and how wild it is, right? He literally said that Cassie, the victim, is not a victim at all. This man had the nerve to say it was complex. Let me tell you something. Diddy is firmly behind that team, and he is driving that team. And I'm talking about his legal team, because low key, the fact that Diddy doesn't feel an ounce of shame or remorse after what we saw him do to her, that's what we saw, not just what's in a lawsuit. And he literally has the nerve to say it was a complex consensual relationships. Baby, what you did to her was illegal. I don't care if she signed off. I don't care if she wrote her name in blood while you were pumping her with 2C. It doesn't matter. It's not consensual. You guys are now going after Taxi, talking about she not a victim at all. Yo, they said, uh, citing new evidence, blah 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 blah. He said Diddy's team claims the alleged second victim is not a victim at all. They said the video is not evidence of a coerced freak off. Plus, there is an incredibly voluminous amount of material involved in the case, Diddy team says, and he lacks any real opportunity to prepare for trial. The rapper has denied all the allegations against him in the last year. Diddy's team were the ones that asked for discovery. And now that you've figured out what discovery looks with the federal government, you now want to get out because you're saying not fair. Let me tell y'all something, right? And we'll see the way this goes. But for Diddy's team to actually be successful, they would have to prove that the norm of what the federal government does is not what they're doing with Diddy. See, the thing is, I know they can pull one case out their butt of a suspected sex trafficker that got a $10 million bail. But that's not the norm. Because if you look at the norm of what happens with sex traffickers that are tampering with witnesses, well, it's what's happening to Diddy. You sitting there parked teaching the rats and roaches how to Harlem shake. When you look at the norm of how the government that delivers its evidence, yes, they bury you in paperwork. And let me tell you something, if Diddy's team could bury the government in paperwork, they could. It's all a game. Diddy's team is just mad because they don't have the home field advantage, right? But if you had that, and you could show no, for it's one rule for everyone else and another rule for me, these appeals would work. But the problem is, Diddy, you see it's one rule for everybody, and you want a different rule for you. Because your whole time you've been told you're special, you're talented. You've used your money, your influence, your power, the dumb people that follow you, the people you were able to terrify and coerce, the people you allegedly put stuff in their drinks. You were used to dominating and doing what you wanted when you wanted. And now you can't get into your mind that you are on a new time and there is a new team in charge, and that's called the federal government. And you don't understand how your money can't buy you out of it because your money bought you everything. And you didn't even have to give 50 million. You just had to sprinkle a few. You just had to sprinkle a few pennies here and there for people that would sell their souls for a few pieces of gold. And no, I'm not talking about the victims. I'm talking about the people that saw him make people out of victims. I'm talking about his sycophants, his lackeys, the people that work for him. That's what's going on. And your team is doing their best to write down whatever you want because they bleeding you dry. And your sons are out there lost in the street, just swinging on anybody. But I'm sure they'll be held accountable to that. And your whole empire is literally crumbling before your eyes, not because you a black man, not because of like what the Fed said, not be- your whole kingdom is crumbling before your eyes because of you, because of Diddy, because nothing built on such evil, corruption, and disgustingness can ever stand the test of time. But we will see what happens. Listen, good luck, Diddy. Talking about Cassie wasn't a victim at all. And this is the last thing I am going to say. Why is Diddy team acting like Cassie is the only person out there? See what happens to those attempted murking charges. Let's see what happened to any potential murking charges. Let's see what happens to the RICO, to the smuggler. Let's see what happens because, baby, when those superseding indictments hit, yeah, good luck. Talking about the victim saying that wasn't a victim at all. Shut up, Diddy. Anyway, I hope they at least let him watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas while he spends the holidays in jail. They could, oh my God, they could dress up Baby Love as like the Grinch, a little cute little baby Grinch. But who's gonna be the dog? What's the dog's name? Max. Anyway, y'all, congratulations. I hope Diddy has fun reenacting How the Grinch Stole Christmas with the rats and roaches in jail. I'll talk to y'all later. Diddy is crazy. Again, this bail is going to be denied, but we will see. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.